In today's YouTube video, guys, I'm going to be showing you the new best controller settings here after the Season 6 update. Now, if you're having any trouble getting your first nuke, getting high kill games, increasing your KD, or winning gunfights, this video is going to help you out a ton. So if you guys are new, do find this video help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notice on, and let's get into it. So now, jumping into my settings, guys, of course, we are going to go over our controller settings here first. Now, we have our button layout and stick layout. Now, I don't change anything in these layouts or anything like that just because I do use an aim controller. If you are looking for a brand new controller before Black Ops 6, we only have like 30 some days left, surprisingly, before the game actually drops here. If you are looking for a new controller, make sure to check these out. If you want a code, go use my code Paradox, 5% off. Go buy one in the description or in the pinned comment if you guys want to check them out. I think they are the best in the market. If you are looking for one, I'm telling you, they are going to make you a better player. Now, we have our controller vibration, which I have these on off. Now, I've talked about this in multiple settings videos throughout the year this year. Anything in this game can cause a vibration. If it's your gun shooting, a grenade exploding, something exploding, anything in the game could cause a vibration. So if you're in the middle of a gunfight and your controller just starts spazzing, it can make you lose a gunfight. So having this off is definitely going to save you in those gunfights. It's going to make you a better player. Are you going to have to get used to it? Yes. So go ahead, turn it off, play the game for a few hours, and you're definitely going to get used to it pretty quick. So make sure to turn this off. It will make you a better player. Now, for my dead zone inputs here, now, you can go ahead and copy these down. I think these are the best ones. My left stick minimum input is going to be at 1. My right stick minimum input is going to be at 3. And then I have my left trigger and right trigger at 0, 0. So what I have done with my dead zone input is I made my controller very sensitive. It's going to be helping me have a faster reaction time. It's going to make my controller play better. It's going to make me play better. Since I do have that faster reaction time than a normal player, it's definitely going to make me a lot better. So if someone's around the corner shooting at me, I can quickly snap onto them. I don't have any delays or any sort like that. So copying these down is going to make your controller more sensitive. It's going to make you a better player. Go ahead and copy these down. They are going to 100% help you be better. Now, jumping over here to my aiming settings, we have our horizontal and vertical sensitivity here, which I have mine at 7.7 still. I'm not going to change these. There is no need to change these. I feel like 7.7 is perfect. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. We're kind of just in the middle. We're chilling. So we're not overlooking. We're not underlooking. We're still moving fast around the map with our sensitivity, anything like that. So you're still able to look around the map pretty quickly and everything. So that is the main thing here. I don't want you to overlook all the time with the fast sensitivity, which some people might tell you to do 20/20. There's no need for a 20/20 sensitivity. Be accurate. You know, have good shots in the game. So 7.7 is perfect in my opinion. ADS sensitivity multiplier, we have mine at 0.85. Now, if you really wanted to, you could put this down to 0.80. You could put it at 0.90 if you really wanted to, but I think 0.80, 0.85, 0.90 are the best three. So kind of play around with those 2 or 3, you know, just see what you like, honestly. If you want a little bit more faster, you could probably go to 0.95, but 0.90, 0.85, 0.80 are probably the best 3 in my opinion, but I like to play on 0.85, and my aim is just perfect, and I'm sure a lot of you guys see that in the gameplays already. My aim is perfect with these settings here. Now, for our aim response curve type, we have it on linear now. Back in Season 3, a lot of pro players started saying use linear. Now, I had dynamic on, you know, in the beginning of the game. I told you guys to use dynamic, but linear is now the best option for you guys here now. And I'm telling you, once you use linear, your aim's going to be more stickier. Your aim's going to be a lot better. It's going to help you win more gunfights up close to long range. Definitely having on linear helped me out a ton. So, of course, I know it's going to help you guys out a ton. Now, we're going to go down to our aim assist settings here next, and we're going to make sure to have our target aim assist on. Now, I do know sometimes after updates, after seasonal updates and everything, like, you know, Season 6 update, some of these settings can change. Your aim assist can get turned off sometimes. I've heard it to happen to some people, but make sure you have your aim assist on if you're on a controller player, if you're playing PC with a controller, if you're on console. Make sure you have your target aim assist on. Modern Warfare 3 aim assist is pretty strong, which I'm sure everyone can agree, so go ahead and abuse it. You know, most of the time people are playing on controller anyways, so you know, you want to have your aim assist on so you can, you know, outgun people at those longer ranges with the aim assist and everything. So this definitely helps out a ton if you have this on. If you don't have it on, that's probably one of the main reasons why you're losing gunfights. Now, aim assist type. Now, I have on mine on default. Now, Black Ops used to be the best. Now, if you're playing on Black Ops, go ahead and put this back on default. I think default is your better option. Never use precision, never use focusing. If you're using those, go ahead and just put this on default. Default is going to be your better option here, so go ahead and put this on default. Now, we're going to jump over here to our movement behaviors in our gameplay settings here next, and we have our automatic sprint, which I have mine on automatic tack sprint. Now, since automatic tack sprint became a thing here in Call of Duty, I feel like I've been playing a lot better because I have more of an aggressive play style. I like being aggressive. It helps me get high kill games, and I'm sure that does as well if you guys have the setting on. Now, if you don't have this on, it may take some time to get used to, but if you go ahead and master this setting here, I'm telling you, it's going to help you be better. It's going to help you be more aggressive. I feel like you're going to have more fun in the game, and also it's just going to help you get higher kill games. Being more aggressive, especially in a game like Modern Warfare 3, is definitely going to reward you with high kill games, like I say in many videos. So we're going to put this on automatic tack sprint. Now, tactical sprint behavior, we're going to put this on single tap sprint. We don't want single tap run, we want single tap sprint. This is going to have, all we have to do is just move our controller up and we start running. We start sprinting. That's what we want. We want an automatic tack sprint, the single tap sprint, the automatic tactical sprint is going to be a great combo here, so you're moving all the time on the map. I never run, I always tack sprint. So having this on is definitely going to help you be a little bit more aggressive as well. Now for the next few things, we have our ground mantle. We have this off. Automatic airborne mantle, we're going to have on off. Automatic ground mantle / hang, we want to have this off. I don't like jumping over stuff automatically, so we do want to have all these things on off. Slide dive behavior, we're going to have this on slide only. Now you could go hybrid if you really wanted to, but with me having automatic tack sprint on, I never run, so I never would be able to dive. So I feel like slide only is going to be your better option here, just because I feel like slide canceling is going to be more beneficial than diving on this game. Black Ops 6, completely different story, but here in Modern Warfare 3, I feel like slide canceling is better than dolphin diving, so that's why I'm on slide only. Now, we're going to jump over here into our graphics settings next, which I don't have too many crazy things here. I don't talk about my presets or display settings, neither my quality, just because I do have a higher end computer, and we don't really need to go over those. And I like to go over my view settings here. I feel like that's the only important thing here. Now, we have our field of view, which I have mine at 117. I don't think you need to go any higher than 117, just because at 120, it can actually cause some delays. So having it at 120, if you have this on, go ahead and turn this down to 117. I don't get any delays. I did experience some delays at 120, so once I went down to 117, I really haven't, experienced any delays. So, and you're not going to tell by 117 to 120. Your eye is not going to know between 120 and 117. It's not. So, I would keep it at 117 if you have these settings on. ADS field of view, we're going to have it on affected. Now, affected and independent, two completely different things. Independent, you aim down sights, your camera zooms in with the iron sights or red dot, or in the game itself, it's going to zoom in a little bit when you aim down sight. So if a weapon has visual recoil or a little bit more extra recoil on a weapon, you're definitely going to notice that a little bit more. Now with affected here, your camera doesn't zoom in when you aim down sight. So I like to have this on just because if a weapon has a little bit more extra recoil, if a weapon has a little bit visual recoil or anything like that, it's not going to be as bad. Now, a lot of people in my videos, when I make like no recoil builds and everything like that, a lot of people like to say, I've copied your build down and I get recoil. It looks like I have more recoil. And this may be one of the things that is making it look like you have more recoil. And for me, I don't have really much recoil, is because I have affected on. You may have independent on. So if you have on independent, make sure to go on affected here. Same with weapon field of view. We want to put this on wide. Now, wide is going to make the weapon look more small, because what this is going to do, again, if a weapon has more recoil or if the weapon has more visual recoil, it's not going to be as bad. So having on wide, affected, and field of view at 117 is definitely going to make weapons that have a lot of recoil not look like they have as much recoil. So that's a little cheese that you can do here in Modern Warfare 3 to have better aim here. So make sure to have these on these settings. Now, for our camera settings, world motion blur, weapon motion blur, and film grain, and our first-person camera movement, we're going to have this on 50%. We want to have it on least for that motion sickness, so there's not too much going on when, spinning around all crazy, and, if there is crazy motion going on in the game, we don't want that to be all crazy. Film grain, we want to have it on all the way down to 0. We don't want our game looking grainy. We don't want it looking ugly, so having that film grain at 0 is definitely going to make the game look a little bit more better. weapon motion blur and weapon motion blur, we want to have these off. We do not want our game looking blurry at all. If you're spinning around really fast, if you're looking at someone, if they're in a corner, you might not be able to tell they're in that corner just because of how blurry the game is. And honestly, we don't want our game looking blurry. We want it looking nice. We want it looking awesome. So having these off is definitely going to make the game look a lot better. Now, getting into my audio settings next. Now, there's not too many things I want to talk about here, but all you need to know really is your audio mix. You want to have it on headphone bass boost. Make sure you are using a headset. For me, I use an Astro A40, which, you know, everyone I think has an Astro A40. If you're not playing with a headset on, you're missing out. I feel like having a headset on makes you play a lot better. You can hear more clear, you can sound a lot easier, especially have it on the headphone bass boost, earbuds, a headset. Make sure you have one of those so you can hear the game in your ears instead of off a TV or, you know, a TV monitor or anything like that. But honestly, headphone bass boost is really important here. And then the only thing that I want to talk about in the volumes, I only have on dialogue volume and effects volume. I don't have gameplay music volume, cinematic music, or war track music on. All you need to have on is effects. You want to hear your gun shoot. Dialogue, you want to hear people talking. That's all you really need in Call of Duty here. And then for the final thing I want to talk about is the interface here. Now, color customization, if you really wanted to go in depth, the only thing that I would really change here is the color filter. I would put it on color filter 2. I'd put the target on both, and I'd put the intensity of the world and interface settings. I'd put them down to like maybe 75% here. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to make the game look more vibrant. It's going to make your HUD look more vibrant, so the mini map, your game, and just everything about the game just looks more vibrant. That's something if you want to do here, but I have game filters on my graphics card already, so I don't have to do anything like that here. And the only thing that I also want to talk about is the mini map shape. Make sure you have it on square. You see more of a square than you do a circle, so of course, make sure you have square on. Mini-map rotation, I keep on. Horizontal compass, I turn this back on in Season 5 Reloaded, just because a lot of people are starting to run the counter UAV now, so you cannot block the compass, so if someone is shooting around you, if they have a counter UAV up, you're still going to know where someone's shooting if you have the compass on here. And then the last thing that I really want to talk about here is going to be your crosshairs. Now, make sure to have these on static. I am telling you, have it on static is a cheat code. One thing that you need to learn as a Call of Duty player or someone that's playing first-person shooters, your centering. So your crosshairs, if you have it on static, is going to show you the center of the screen. That is going to help you with centering here. So with my settings, I have static crosshairs on. The center dot, I have it on, and I have it on larger. There's a small one, a larger, and then there's a crazy big one, which I think that one's a little bit too crazy here. So make sure to have it on larger, and that is the really things I want to talk about here. But these are the best settings here after the Season 6 update. So go ahead, copy them down. If there's anything that you change in this video that you didn't have on, let me know in the comments. And if these settings help you get a nuke, help you get high kill games, help you increase your KD, get your accuracy up or anything like that, let me know in the comments so I know I help you guys out. But guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.